Beautiful people, my loves, my community, my people. My people, my people, my people. What's happening? What's good? I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you are resting. I hope you're allowing yourself to tune into the shift in energy, because that's what's happening. We are moving into Virgo and we open up with a new moon. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, a Virgo new moon energy reading. We've shuffled the cards, we've laid out the spread, even set the tone for for us to speak from the heart with our sound bowl. But I know we really like it here, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do that again just to stay tuned, stay connected, and stay true. Let's go. Fantastic. So, like I've already mentioned, we have shuffled, laid out the spread, and we can get right into it. So, yes, we have a Virgo new moon coming up, and I thought we could do a nice energy reading just to, see how we can best work with that energy, how we can best prepare, how we can best open ourselves up, and how, most importantly, we can best align. Virgo. Ooh, an earth sign, very grounded, Mercury ruled, so it tends to be very much in the head, analytical, rational, logical, but also deeply intuitive. But like I said, it's like there's this very intuitive aspect to Virgo, but with that analytical disposition that Mercury lends it, it becomes a little bit of a rivalry there between tuning into the intuition, tuning into the senses, and relying on the mind. So yeah, that's one of the sort of themes that are coming up in this reading, and we'll touch on that. I do have some Virgo placements myself, so I know what that feels like to kind of just allow yourself to seep into your intuitive faculties, but also really thrive in the headspace as well, because this is not to say the intuitive faculties take precedence over the mental faculties. The thing about being a Virgo is you have to learn how to, combine the two and find a little bit of a flow between the two, which can be really difficult. You know what I mean? Virgo also tends to be very self-sacrificial. It rests on that Virgo Pisces axis. So a lot, if you have, dominant Virgo energy in your chart, chances are, you've had to work through setting boundaries, putting yourself first, replenishing yourself with your own energy, and not overexerting and not overextending yourself. And from there, I actually want to open up with this card. This is one of the oracle cards that popped out. And she occupies the position, the energy occupies the position of what it is that we need to relinquish this Virgo new moon. And that's being a wounded healer. We want to alchemize. See, we have the card of alchemy that pops up there. And we have the card of healing. And we have the card of transition. Actually, all of these are so relevant, so we're going to add them here. And the card of remembrance. So we need to remember that we're more than just wounded healers. We are healing healers. That we can heal even through, guess what? We can heal through joy. Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck is what came up. We can heal through joy. We don't have to heal through sacrificing ourselves. There we go. This is the goddess, the energy that almost oversees this council of elders that is spread out. And it's really an overarching energy of joy. So this Virgo new moon says, hey, I know you have a tendency to put other people before yourself. I know you've been conditioned to do so. But this wounded healer archetype, we need to relinquish that. We need to renounce that and do away with it completely and put ourselves first and be the healed healer or the healing healer. In fact, we're always healing, so really the healing healer. And joy is very, very alchemical. Joy is medicine. Joy is medicine. When we allow ourselves to experience joy, we realize how easy it is to put ourselves first, because joy is a compass, joy is a guide. And when we prioritize our joy, instead of putting other people before ourselves, prioritize joy and use joy as the compass, joy as the data, then we tune into our desires. We tune into our desires. And don't you show our best when you're in your energy? Don't you show our best when you are in alignment with what you desire? Because the goddess of alignment, Inkosazana, celestial alignment, pops up, as does the goddess of desire, Ngame. So aren't you at your best self when you are unapologetically aligned with what you desire, when you can seep into it, allow it to guide you, allow that joy to sprout from within? That's how we show up in relationship, in aligned relationship, in intentional relationship, in interdependence, not codependence, because this wounded healer archetype, more often than not, brings in sort of codependence. We pour into other people and neglect ourselves and abandon ourselves. And this human is saying, well, yeah, we don't have to do that anymore. Because guess what? We are awakening. This is what's present for us right now. This is the card that occupies the position of what is next. And we're supported by this miracle. Mambo Aizan of Miracles supports us, saying, hey, I'm going to give you something to be excited about. I'm going to give you something to be joyful about. I want to give you something to be joyful about. But before I do that, do you have the courage? Do you have the audacity to tap into joy in this here and now? Because look around you. Joy is not given. It is created. It is summoned. It is taken. What efforts are you making to take back joy, to reclaim it for yourself? And not just exist as this wounded healer who's ready. I mean, the goddess Sekhmet in the Egyptian pantheon is a warrior. She shows up, she goes to war. But sometimes you don't have to fight. Lay down your sword. Lay down your shield. Allow yourself to, guess what? Be in this Empress energy, because this is what the reading opens up with. Well, from a tarot perspective, a lot of the cards I've been using have been oracle cards. But we open up with the Empress, which is deep Virgo energy. At best, Virgo energy is expressed and embodied through healthy boundaries, putting yourself first, knowing you deserve it all, knowing you deserve joy, replenishing yourself with your energy as opposed to letting it leak out into other people and other things that have got nothing to do with you. Oh my word. I was just watching a video about Carl Jung, and well, not about Carl Jung, but one of Jung's teachings. And it really emphasized the importance of retreating into yourself, not withdrawing per se, but replenishing yourself with your own energy. Being in your power, being sovereign. Look how sovereign she looks. She's on her throne. You can't come for her. You can't fuck with her, because she knows who she is. She is sovereign. Her energy nourishes her world. And if you want to become a part of that, and I mean, yes, this is not gender specific, but like I said, I always go off the image. But the Empress is somebody whose energy nourishes them. And if you want to become a part of their world, if you want to come into aligned relationship with them, you have to come correct. You have to match that frequency. The Empress does not go out of its way to please anyone. And yes, that's also a Virgo characteristic, people pleasing. So this new moon is coming through to heal that at a very, very, on a very, very fundamental level. And this is giving, past life energy. It's giving past life. It's giving cycles, like you are transitioning past lives and narratives that you are transitioning out of, to remember that joy is your birthright, that you heal through joy, that you don't have to go to war for joy, that you can just tap into it and attune to it by allowing yourself to simply be. And this is powerful because we also have here the Seven of Wands, which is, again, a very alchemical energy. This is about staying in your energy. It's about alchemizing what is meant to end you and drawing that back to yourself. It's about seeking gain and advantage from things that more often than not don't provide that. Oh, my Palo Santo stick got me, yeah. This is about vanquishing any challenges and obstacles in your way through alchemy. Through alchemy. Virgo is a sign ruled by Mercury, and Mercury has that archetype of Hermes, right, of Thoth, Eshu combined with Oshun, which I still owe you an Orisha reading. I know I'm getting to it. Yeah, I was still receiving downloads on that. So vanquishing challenges and obstacles through sovereignty. Sovereignty allows us to alchemize things, because people will throw things at us all the time. People will, try to keep us stuck in this narrative of the wounded healer, throw things at us, expectations and demands and projections. But when you're in your energy, when you're sovereign, you're able to alchemize that and turn it into a gain, and turn that into what? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Turn that into clarity. We have both the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords here. Mature sword energy. Clarity in the headspace. Clarity about who you are, what you're here to do. Clarity about your ability to welcome joy and sustain it and keep it. As a wounded healer, you often think, oh, well, I'm not worthy of being happy. My purpose is to just make sure that other people are happy. I can sacrifice my own happiness for the happiness of others. And this Virgo new moon is like, fuck that, boo. That narrative, we're changing it completely. This is mature sword energy here. This is sovereignty in the headspace and the mind, not even just the headspace, the mind space, but a mind space that is rooted in the heart. A higher mind is not one that is logical, like I opened up the reading with that Virgo energy being highly logical. No. If you really want to use your mind well, you have to drop into the heart. And dropping into the heart is an act of sovereignty. Because your truth, which is the sword, swords bring truth, they bring clarity, that resides in the heart space. So this Virgo new moon is also activating us at the level of the heart. At the level of the heart and the solar plexus, because I see a lot of wands here as well. Stay in your truth, knowing that you're worthy, knowing that whoever wants to come at you incorrect cannot do it because you're sovereign. That ain't it. Like when you build, let's not when you build. Sovereignty, what I want to say is sovereignty is an affirmation of truth. A truth that is buried within you, a truth that lives within you. And when you live in sovereignty, you live in truth, you live in integrity. And that truth and integrity and authenticity almost create a barrier, an energetic barrier that ensures that nothing that is not, guess what, in alignment with you enters that space. You don't have to worry about who's coming for you or not. You simply have to be in your energy to stay attuned to that truth. And for as long as you're in your energy, I'm telling you, nothing that is not for you will find you. So it's effortless. Do you see what that is? It's effortless. Sovereignty is clarity. It's clarity. It's knowing who you are. You're so clear in yourself that you know that you don't have to step out of yourself to make anyone stay, to make anyone do anything, to create wealth, no, we don't do that. I spoke a little bit about, tension and rivalry, and that being sort of like a past life cycle. And this creates that, the wounded healer, it creates a lot of tension within yourself. it creates a split within yourself that leads to illusions and, distortions about who you are. The moon, I think that's the only, well, the moon and the Empress are the two major arcanas we have here. And the moon shows up saying, listen, this truth is also rooted in your intuitive senses. Drop into your heart. Drop into your heart. It's safe for you to follow your intuition. It's safe for you to follow joy. Joy and intuition rest in the same space. Your intuition will not lead you astray. Your intuition will lead you straight into joy if you allow yourself to follow it. And your intuition, contrary to popular belief, actually it supports the mind. It's called intuitive intelligence because it's like a merging of the merging of the mind and your intuition in the heart, the higher and the lower, and it rests in the heart as your truth. And so the illusions fall away and you see yourself in truth and clarity. How beautiful. And you kind of just move forward. Look at the cards we have. 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Looking out into the horizon, expanding upon life itself. Building something new. Contemplating on what it is that you do with this newfound energy that you've been given, this new life that you've been given. This new moon says, I'm giving you energy, I'm giving you newness, I'm giving you fullness. What is it that you want to do with that? And it's very clear what you want to do. You want beauty, joy, stability though. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those wands, it's a structure. And the number 4 speaks to structure, form, home space, if you will. This card also rules home. So again, feeling at home in your body, feeling at home in your energy. When you're at home in your body and your energy, there is no need for you to step outside of yourself, to overexert yourself, to overextend yourself. Whoever comes at you comes correct, comes matching energy, comes enhancing the truth that you are. Oh, so beautiful. Comes bearing gifts. I mean, the Empress is in receiving mode, honey. Receiving mode, because she's learned how to give to herself. She's not in any lack mentality whatsoever. She doesn't understand what that means, because even if no one is giving her anything, she stays replenishing herself. She stays at her altar, offering herself her own love, offering herself her own truth, offering herself her own beauty. Everything else, her reality, is just an extension, an extension and a mirror and a reflection of what she knows lies deep within her. So she's not chasing, she's not overexerting, she's not doing too much, baby. She's allowing the miracle to find her. And this is your awakening. It's your awakening. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a new journey and you get to reflect on this. This is really just about investing in yourself. The Knight of, the Knight of Pentacles, investing in yourself, pouring into yourself. 7 of Pentacles, persistence, determination, reflection. And if there are things you need to readjust, this new moon says, cool, we can make some adjustments. That's fine by me. But I need you to pour into yourself, tend to your own garden. Patiently, don't rush. We're not in a hurry. We've got all the time in the world. Patiently, diligently. This is loyalty towards yourself. And that's what sovereignty is, baby. Loyalty towards yourself, the highest expression of your truth, unapologetic truth. You can be fierce in that. You can rely on that. Regardless of what other people are saying, regardless of the external stimuli, external information that you're receiving, you are at your most beautiful, at your most receptive, at your most sovereign when you allow yourself to follow your intuition, to follow your truth, to follow your joy, follow your intuition. Pisces, the moon card. It's an intuitive card. Follow your truth. The Ace of Swords. Abide by your truth. The Empress. Know your truth. Sit in it. That throne is comprised of your truth. Sit in it. Know it. There is no better investment in yourself than sovereignty. That is how you move in integrity. Because this, it's not really integrity. It doesn't create balance. You are giving off your energy to other people and you're leaving yourself depleted. Integrity is harmonious. It's a truth that allows for things to align, to go where they need to go. If it's not for you, then it's going to find a home somewhere, but you don't have to entertain it. What you need to entertain are your desires. What you need to do is remember that you're worthy of all your desires and worthy of all the joy. And start today. Cultivate joy today. Start with gratitude. Start with love. Start with beauty. We have the 4th wands here. Start with beauty. Start with seeing the miracles in everyday life. Because they're there. They're there. Your breath is a miracle. Your health is a miracle. The roof over your head is a miracle. Start there. And you build up that sovereignty day by day. It's not going to happen overnight. That's why we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is like really steady growth. Surely and steady. Oh my word. We love this energy. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember that joy is your birthright. Remember that joy, following your joy, is the best act of loyalty towards yourself. And that's what sovereignty is. Loyalty. Loyalty to your truth, loyalty to yourself, loyalty to your joy. That's integrity. That's sacred. Forget the people pleasing. That's a pattern we don't have to do. We don't have to reenact anymore. You're in your power now. You're looking out into the world now saying, what do you do with all this power that you've been given, all this joy that you've been given? And these are Aries cards as well.